Hello, I'm Zephyrine of Zephyrine Junction, and today I want to tell you a story. And it's a story about you, literally you. It's a story about me. It's a story about the person next to you. It's about the person that drove a car past you today. It's all of our story. But it's very prudent right now with the Leo new moon coming up the day after I release this. There's a lot of energy that is coming up for us that I think is really worth sharing. And I'm being called to tell this story to you. So the way that I usually do this when I'm in person with people is to tell you the facts and then I tell you the story. So that way you know where we're going. So let's start there. So the Leo new moon, so with any new moon, the sun and the moon are together in the sky. And these are always new beginnings. They're new opportunities. But for this new moon with Leo specifically, I'm feeling it as initiation. You are starting something that is wholly new for you. And it is coming from the heart. So often we, as people, close off our heart. We do it in posture a lot. So when you think about like when you are on your phone or at the computer or like for me playing a video game on the couch or even just like driving, sitting, we close our heart off. And energetically, we close our heart off as well. It's very rare to lead with the heart. But this Leo new moon is really, really encouraging us to begin to live life, not just tomorrow, not just with the new moon, but from this point on, we are being pulled and called to live with an open heart. Lead with the heart. What would that feel like? What would that look like for you? To just walk into a room and allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to just be you. Wear you on your sleeve. All this nerd tattoo. Like that was what my joke always was. Is like I wear my nerd on my sleeve. You know who I am when you meet me. So what if you led with your heart, with your personality like that? That is the energy that we are being called to move forward with. And the things that so the heavens are always in motion, right? I use a lot of astrology because it helps me take the energies that I feel and the things that I see in my environment, and I can put it on a template and I can see it. It makes more sense for me. So I do a lot of discussion with astrology. So right now, the moon and sun, because they're together in the sky, are directly across from Pluto, an opposition. So Pluto is in Aquarius. And Pluto in Aquarius is a pretty big deal. Pluto in Capricorn was intense. It's always intense when Pluto is in an earth sign because he destroys something in our reality when it's an earth sign. But Pluto is a destroyer. He is the death card in the tarot. Because you can't escape him. We will all die eventually. And it's always for a good purpose. I always see Pluto energy as a phoenix rising. He wants you to get rid of the stuff that doesn't fit anymore so that you can move forward and live life more authentically, live more from the heart. So Pluto's been at this degree point for a while, and he's been having a lot of oppositions happen to him all of this year. So like back in January through April, we had another energy at this exact same degree point, and that was with Mars. But what we were feeling in ourselves was a new vulnerability opening up. The masculine within us was healing. And it was meant to create space for this new heart openings. That's the other cool thing about astrology is it gives you a heads up. Like, you know what's going to happen. You can prepare for this. know what the next step's going to be. So with the Pluto opposition to Mars, he created this shift within our masculine energy that really got a lot of toxicity. I saw toxins coming out of our masculine energy during that time. And that was to detoxify us so that we can move forward and live with this more open lion heart. So now that is that correlation. But we also are having a conversation with the brand new into Gemini, the Uranus, and it is sextile. So that's more harmonious. So oppositions are kind of tough. There's friction. There's some kind of exchange, right? And especially depending on the two planets that are talking. So the energies that we feel are what we want and things that are being removed in order for us to get what we want. And Uranus is bringing in the message that, hey, new timeline starting. I am from the future. I am someone who's going to tell you the story about what you can be. And that's the information that we keep getting right now about what we can be. What can we be? And it's probably not what you are right now. So that's like the hard part of this, is it's going against some super deep programming. Now it'll all be covered in the story, I promise. But there's a part of us that's awakening. We want to do something different. We want to do what feels good to us. But we're being, there's a lot of discomfort. We're having pushback within ourselves because it's so different. So let me tell you a little bit about a little bit more energy, and then we're going to get into the story. So right now in the heavens, there's this thing happening called a Minor Grand Trine. Sorry, I almost stumbled over my words. So they're having a Minor Grand Trine. And it's with all of these awesome outer planets that are all working together. So trine is like, think of the pyramids. It is a strong thing. And being minor, it just means it's not as big. Like the planets are closer together. So when they're in a tighter conversation too. So who's in conversation? Pluto, who is wanting to get rid of all the stuff that doesn't fit your life anymore. Uranus, who wants to surprise you with some new things that you never even thought could happen. And Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Aries, which is initiating this whole new beginning that you've been starting work with all year. Like probably even before that, because we feel these energies so soon, like so early, because they're so big. So this thing that you've been considering, this thing that you've been building for like probably 6 months now, is being supported with this like, well, we're just going to get rid of this thing that doesn't fit this new thing we want to do. And we're going to bring in a new idea that might be super surprising and uncomfortable, but that's okay, because discomfort creates change. No one changes if it's comfortable. Okay? And that's outer planets. That's like big stuff that's happening for us. All of these energies that are coming and going and playing on us. So it's like outside of ourselves, outer planets. But then we have, there's construction next door, sorry. But, so there is also this thing called a T-square happening. And that has a lot to do with how we're feeling. So all of these things are happening, all of these big energies are coming your way, and all of these things that look like oh wow, that would be so great. I would love to do that. That's definitely something that I wanted. It has my name on it. But we're feeling not okay with it. Why? Well, that's because of the T-square with Mars, Venus, and the nodes of fate. So Mars is your masculine, Venus is your feminine, and the nodes of fate are your soul. And that's something that's going to be part of the story. So just put another pin in that. But with Venus in Gemini, getting this square energy. So squares are tough, kind of like an opposition. She's thinking a lot of things, and we don't know which one's right. It's big Two of Swords in the tarot energy of it's very confusing. And we don't know what's the right choice here. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I take the call? Do I not? Do I buy the thing or don't I? Do I move? Do I not? Like, some of these can be big, more than likely life-changing things, and we're not sure what to do. And then we have Mars in Virgo conjunct the South Node. So just keep that thought there, South Node. And the Mars in Virgo wants a solution, wants a plan, wants to have things in order so they can move, so that you can physically move forward. But the information's not forthcoming from the mind with Venus, and there's a lot of stuff being removed. That's scary. Again, that's South Node. So we have two massive spaces of removal going on our day-to-day lives, externally and internally. And have some validation that this is tough. This is scary. But the other information, the higher information that we are meant to pull from is the North Node in Pisces. And the North Node in Pisces is intuition. When I see this as like a visual, when I was receiving the information for this conversation, what I saw was Venus was the Two of Swords. Mars was the Nine of Swords. And the North Node was the Page of Cups. Surprise. It's not what you're going to look for. It's not what you expect. It's your intuition. And your intuition, even if it's scary and it doesn't seem like it's going to fit, that is the energy you're meant to follow. So let me tell you a story about you, about all of us. Since childhood, we'll even tell this like a story. Once upon a time, there was a little individual, a young child, born onto this planet, knowing that magic exists, knowing that there's infinite possibility on like what they can do in this lifetime. You ask a kid what they want to do when they grow up, and they're going to tell you the quote-unquote darndest things. But that is their soul telling you exactly who they want to be in this lifetime. Because when you're a child, when you're under 5 years old, you're more soul than human. All of your truths, everything that you felt, what you wanted, what you knew, what you saw, that was all true. Because magic wasn't taken from you yet. And you weren't made a human yet. But as you grow, you have these hard oppositions on you. You have your first Saturn square. You have like so many different returns that turn over so fast as you're in that vulnerable space after that first Saturn square where the world butts up against you. And that's your first closing in of the heart. And then over time, there are places where you want to share. When you reach that seventh house energy of wanting to be in a relationship with somebody, wanting to reach out, even just friendship, lovers, partners, you want to open your heart, you open up and you see vulnerability and you are like, you're just in that space with them sharing your heart, and then they hurt you. And then you close in deeper. And then you close in deeper. So even when you open your heart, you're still, you're not out here. You're somewhere back here. And time moves on. You knew what you wanted to be when you grew up. And why? Now, some of us want to be a certain thing because we want to do a thing. And that thing that we wanted to do was the important part. Sometimes it was the person we wanted to be. Sometimes it was just the energy involved in doing something. But that was true. But over time, we're brainwashed. We're brainwashed by society, and we're brainwashed by people who are just here to live for today, to not live for tomorrow, to not care about the next generations, to not care about what will happen due to the repercussions of their actions. We as a society, as a people, have been allowed to be controlled and to fit into this box that energy created. But that's not true. You're not a cog in the machine. We are meant in this lifetime to be who we wanted to be when we were children. Those gifts and talents that you think are not worthy are your gifts from God. Those are your universal truths. But because society says there's no value in you if you do these things, we need you to come do this job so you can make this meager money, so you can have some weekends off, and then you can also just be berated and have your soul sucked out of you, and then you can pay your taxes, and then you can die. And we'll toss your husk off to the side and grab the next generation. That's an energy. That's not people. It is some people, but they're being controlled by an energy on Earth that was created by humans, and it got out of control. But that's not why you're here. I'm not going to swear on this video, but that is crap, okay? That is a lie. You were born with universal gifts. I am a storyteller. I am a painter. And I am a spiritual being. I am not a cog in this machine. They can't have me. I refuse. And this new moon is calling to each and every one of you. That vibration, that desire to open your heart and share your God-given gifts with everybody, with fearlessness. I don't want to do that because everyone's going to think it's stupid, but it's what you genuinely enjoy doing. Then that's what you're meant to be doing fearlessly. Join the humanity and get out of the machine. And that Minor Grand Trine I was telling you about, and the sextile to Uranus and those surprises, what those outer planets are doing is making space for you. If God gave you a gift, if you have a God-given talent, and you go to God or the universe or source or whatever it is that your belief system revolves around, like I said, this doesn't matter about religion. This is us as individuals, and we are all falling under the same umbrella, called forward. So you have this gift, and you go to God and say, I know you did not give me this to suffer. You did not give me this gift to put it away and never let the light of the sun shine upon it. I know you gave me this gift for a reason, and I am ready. I'm ready. God will never turn that down. The universe is building the space for your gift. There's always space for you on this planet and your gift. You don't know where it's going to fit. Don't worry about it. Just say, I'm going to do this thing. I am going to use my gifts and I'm going to use my talents, and I don't know where they're going to fit. And you know what God's gonna say? I got you. Just show up. I will build you the world you need to fit into. Just show up. Let Pluto, let all of it go. It's not serving you. And step into your truth. Share your gift, and God will make the path forward. The fool doesn't know where he's going. That's for God to figure out. Just step off. He's going to catch you. I guarantee it. And lead with that lion heart. The mantra that came to me for this new moon: in serving yourself, in honoring yourself, stepping into your gift, sharing it fearlessly, in serving yourself, you will ultimately serve the world, because you'll finally be doing what you're here to do. And there's space being created for it. So I hope this serves you. And I'm going to do more videos like this, apparently. And I look forward to hopefully connecting with you. You can find me in the show notes below, or whatever, however you say that, under the video. So I am not technologically anything. And this was part of where God told me to just do it. Just do it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't have to figure that part out. I don't have to know how to get here. I just got to step off. So here I go. And I look forward to doing this with you.